Hello again. I wanted to share this pot with you. This is a late 1800s, early 1900s omelet pan. And my brother had given this to me. He got it given to him. And he thought it was something to do with the military and such. I found out it's not. There is a company called Everwhere, or Wherever, one of the two, I can't remember right now. But they had made a similar, item to this in the USA. This one here says pure aluminum, 1226 durable, Germany on it, if you see that. It says Germany. So this isn't from Everywhere. Now, I put a carabiner on this that you could hang this right from your pack. And or I brought it in, I put it right in my pack. Now, what I have in this today, if I can get this thing off of here, I just put this on here to keep it closed. I will just leave that like that. But what's so cool about this is it opens up like that. Now you have two pans in here. You could cook bacon on this side, eggs on this side, or that there is big enough you could probably do, I don't know if you could, but I'm saying you could use a half a Bushcraft dinner or so and cook your Spam on this side or something like that. It gives a very, a lot of variety what you can do. You have two pots in one right here. This is really cool. I seen similar items, the Everywhere products, and on eBay, I believe. And if memory serves me right, $6-7 up to $10 or so for one of these pots. And I think it's, this one here has lasted for over 100 years. And it's still going. So what I'm going to do today is I brought out some muffin mix, bran muffin mix. And this is I got everything right in here. I brought out my canteen stove because that's what I'm gonna make a bed of coals. I'm gonna set this on the coals, then this on top of it. And what I have is I went to the dollar store and bought these cookie cutters. Metal cookie cutters, and that will set down to hold my pan off of the bottom. And I got a couple of these tart ones, so I can put that down, put another one here, and there you go. I have room enough to make two small muffins, in this. So that's what I'm going to do today. Also, I carried oil to grease my pans there. Got my sport. And I got a bag, and that's it. And I got water in my backpack. So I'm going to start making this up, get it ready. I'm going to make my fire, and so on, and I'll get back to you. Well, I've got the fire going in the background. I just brought the muffin mix in this bag. All I'm going to do is add water to it and keep stirring just a little bit at a time till I get the consistency I want. It's only like a quarter cup or something like that per, not sure how much there now, they said, but of course they don't do one muffin at a time kind of thing. So add just a little bit and go from there and see how much you will need. Boy, I think that's it. That's all I need. It is. That's all I need, that little tiny sip. Maybe a quarter of a cup. I'll show you what this looks like after get it stirred up. Tell you, bags like this is awesome for doing stuff like making muffins and so on. Just pour your water in, you bring them in it. And just stir it up. Okay, that's all done. I'm gonna put some grease in my pans here, some oil. I'm just going to pour a little bit in. I'll move it around with my finger. Any germs or anything on my finger, well, it's going to heat up anyway, enough to burn them off. I'm not too worried about it, to tell you the truth. But for those that are, I brought this other bag. You can put that over your hand and use that. That's my intention of that bag in the first place. But I decided just do it this way. Improvise. Okay, those are oiled up. Cover back on. Good thing about this wet moss. There you go, my hand's all clean. Now, I'm going to fill these up. After I get this these filled up, I'll show you what they look like before I actually start it. Now you can cut the bottom of this bag and squeeze it out like a one of those frosting tubes or whatever they're called, like the sock tube that you do pastry and stuff. Well, you can do the same thing with a bag. Kind of hurrying this up because battery and all, I'm not sure how long that battery is going to take or actually last. So yeah, there's one. The other one I'll put more in it. Okay, this should be it. This is how much I filled those. Right there. So lots of grease in it actually. More than enough. Oh. Move the sticks and stuff that's already got in there that quick. But there it is. Now we're just gonna close it up. And we're good to go. I gotta put more wood on my fire, and I'll come back when it's on the fire. My brother gave this to me, and it's kind of a keepsake. And I thought, you know, this is a really good item. It weighs about a pound, and it's very thick aluminum. So it's great for baking, I'm sure, just like any other pot, double pot system. And also, like I said, you can have one side dish, you can have sidekicks on one side and fry meat in the other, you know, or fish on one side and eggs in the other. Anything, right? The combination is endless. And that's why I think this here would make a great bushcrafting, you know, pot. It was originally made for camping, I do believe, because it's called omelette camp pot also, I believe. So there it is. When I get it on there, see you then. Okay, what I've done is I put my canteen cup stove on the fire, but what I did is I pulled it away some, and I filled about half full of the canteen cup stove full of hot coals and set that on there. And I'm going to keep the fire going in front as well, just to keep coals so I can renew them and such, and push them up against the pot or around the base of the canteen cup stove. And I'll take a look right now, see what time it is. It's 1:24 right now, and I just had put that on. So we'll see how long. This may take a half an hour or so to actually cook these, but well, this is a test for me. I've never used this for bacon and so on. So it's all according on how much heat is coming out of the coals. You know, all that, how long it's going to take. So we shall see. Just turned to 125. I'm going to keep that fire going and see how it works. Ended up not using that other bag because like I said, I intentionally brought it. You can put your hand in it and then use this to oil your pans and such, and your hands don't get covered in oil. But now I'm going to use it as a trash bag to carry out the trash I brought in. All the dirty pans and stuff. I wanted to show you this here too. This is a piece of birch bark I just got off one of these dead trees. Now if you need to kneel down to blow on that, the ground's wet. You set that down first and then put your knee on that. That's waterproof. The wet ground's not going to soak through the birch bark. So you have a ground pad to kneel on so you can blow on the fire and such. So if you ever need you know, a knee pad, grab a piece of birch bark. Just wanted to show you that tip. Now I'm not sure how long this is going to take. I'm not worried about how long it's going to take. It's all according on your fire. You don't need the canteen pot or canteen cup stove. You can take that and just set it right on top of coals and cook that way. You don't need that, but it fit right inside the kit. I figured why not. So anyhow, that's it's gonna cook up. I will tell you what the time it takes, but you got to remember that I cook slow. This is a small fire. I rather have a perfectly done muffin than one that's you know, burnt on the outside and gooey in the middle. So I always cook slow, slower than probably needed, but I usually have perfection when I'm done, and that's what matters to me. It's now 2 o'clock, and I'm gonna check these. I'm not sure how long it's been because I can't remember the time that I told you, but got my makeshift toothpick. The way you test any kind of you know, muffin or anything else, cake, see if it's done. Stick it in, pull it out. No, see, it's stuck. It's not done yet. So we're going to put it back on there and let her keep going. So that's how you test it. Is stick it in there. If it comes out clean, it's done. If it don't, it's not. So it's not done. This has been 10 minutes later. I'm going to give them another check. Take that off of there. There we go. It came out clean. These are done. So set that over there. Let them cool off. And we'll try this one here again. Okay, it comes out too. These are done. Give you a look-see. Now when they're all cooled off, I'll take them out. And I'll show you what they look like. Okay, I put out the fire. The way I did that is I took the rest of my water in my water bottle and poured it all over, and then I stamped all over it. So we make sure that you're driving the coals into the water. And then after that, I threw the moss back over top, and I tramped on the moss because it's wet, and the water comes out of the moss also and puts out the fire. Now these here, oh, look at that. Look how easy that came out. Here we go. Look at this. See if we can get you in frame here. Those are cooked to perfection. Like I said, that little small fire, it may have, you know, taken a while, but it's crispy on top. They're cooked all the way through the way they should be. And, you know, that's what matters to me. Now, let's give her a TRY. Now I have two really good muffins out in the bush. So, if you guys are liking this kit, this pot, go on eBay, I believe. Might have even been on Amazon. But look up omelet pan. And even antique omelet pan. And you'll find them. But it works really good. The setup I use, one of these tins, a metal cookie cutter. Set that right on top. There you go. So, I'm going to eat up, and I'll catch you guys on YouTube. Take care, and thanks a lot. Bye for now.